like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Thank you.
Dr. Sir Bob Manuel Udoku, Dana Bakri. Join Martins on Political Views on Mondays, 3 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Ogidi.
Yes, as we speak, as I speak to you now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in Imo State for the inauguration of the second tenure of the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. Good afternoon and welcome to Political Views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifanjuku, AKC. And in Imo, like it's still on what is unfolding right about now in Imo, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also inaugurated Imo Airport Road. It is also said that NMPC will hand over Port Harcourt refinery to private operators. You know, we have a lot of things to talk about today, so let's get right into it. Let me bring you up to speed on the happenings on our political space this afternoon. The headlines: President Tinubu inaugurates Imo Airport Road. Supreme Court dismisses APM's appeal against Fubara. Rivers Assembly to rescreen, reconfirm 9 ex-commissioners. SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, CUPP, put for Electoral Act amendment. Deputy Speaker plans a 6-month peace project for Southeast. EDUM panel developing financial guidelines for humanitarian ministry. Senate President, Governor celebrate fallen heroes. Tinubu's trips got 3 billion naira in 6 months. Armed Forces Remembrance Day, P2B commence military. Popularity in Igadalu, Edo Central. I will appreciate appointment from Tinubu, says PDP chieftain Biwala. Now, details. And now, the first story we have for you this afternoon: President Tinubu inaugurates Imo Airport Road. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated the redesigned Sam Mbakwe International Airport Road, named after him. The redesigned airport road was upgraded from a dualized 2-lane to a 4-lane highway fitted with street lights from Owerri Aba Road to the airport, and it was named Bola Tinubu Drive. The president is also expected to launch the new twin toll gate in Imo State. And the next story we have for you this afternoon: Supreme Court dismisses APM's appeal against Fubara. The Supreme Court on Monday dismissed the appeal of the Allied People's Movement against the victory of Rivers State Governor Simlaye Fubara. The five-member panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Kudirat Kekere Ekun, also reserved judgment in the appeal by the All Progressive Congress and its candidate Patrick Toye Cole. The counsel for the APM and its candidate in the March 18th election, Innocent Kere, at proceedings on Monday, opted to withdraw the appeal. The appeal was subsequently dismissed by the Apex Court. Toye Cole, an APC appeal, was reserved for judgment after the court listened to the arguments of the party involved in the matter. Amongst Toye Cole, among others, is asking the Apex Court to sack Fubara, adding that the governor did not resign as the accountant general of the state under the deadline stipulated by the Constitution and the Electoral Act. He stated. Still on the stories making rounds our political space this afternoon: Rivers Assembly to rescreen, reconfirm 9S commissioners. The Rivers State House of Assembly is set to rescreen and reconfirm 9 former commissioners who resigned from the State Executive Council on Wednesday. This was contained in a statement signed by the clerk of the House, Emeka Amadi, on Monday in Port Harcourt. The clerk said the commissioners include Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice from Prof. Zacchaeus Adango San, Commissioner for Works Dr. Days George Kelly, Commissioner for Special Duties Emeka Woke, Commissioner for Social Welfare and Rehabilitation Mrs. Inime Aguma, Commissioner for Finance Isaac Kamalu. Others are the Commissioner for Education Professor Shinedu Mo, Commissioner for Housing Dr. Gift Walk, Commissioner for Transportation Dr. Jacobson Bima, Commissioner for Environment Austin Ben Shoma resigned. He also said that they are expected to produce 40 sets of their curriculum vitae photocopies as well as original copies of the credentials to the State House of Assembly Legislative Quarters venue for the screening. On December 16, 2023, a gale of resignation hit the state's executive council following the political crisis between the governor of the state, Fubara, and his predecessor, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The next story we have for you this afternoon: SANS CUPP push for Electoral Act amendment. Some senior advocates of Nigeria and the Coalition for United Political Parties have called for an amendment to the Electoral Act. This came following the judgment delivered by the Apex Court on the Zamfara, Kanu, and Plateau governorship election appeals. In Zamfara, the appeal court declared the election inconclusive. In Kanu, the governor was sacked after scores from ballot papers not signed, stamped, and dated were deducted from his scores. And in Plateau, the court sacked the governor and all lawmakers elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party because the party failed to obey court order directing it to conduct a fresh Congress. The justice of the apex court overturned these judgments, describing them as perverse, significantly, specifically. While delivering judgment in the Plateau Appeal, Justice Emmanuel Agwim urged the court to brace up to remain res- relevant in society. He said the petition by the APC and its candidate is an absence of court process. I wonder why the matter came to court at all. The appeal is allowed. The legal profession should wake up or render itself irrelevant. The judgment of the Court of Appeal is set aside. Still on our political space this afternoon, Deputy Speaker plans 6 months peace project for Southeast. A non-for-profit organization, the Peace in Southeast Project, has unveiled a 6 month action plan geared towards implementing its 8 pillars of thematic focus to bring about peace in the region. Newsmail reports that PISEP, an initiative that the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kallo, is an intervention strategy with a focus on the use of non-kinetic means to address the security challenges in the Southeast zone. Unveiled on December 29, 2023, PISEP's 8 pillars include education, agriculture, commerce, industry, infrastructure development, culture and tourism, sports, entertainment, governance, leadership, and reconciliation, rehabilitation, and reintegration. Still on the stories making rounds our political space this afternoon, Edu panel developing financial guidelines for humanitarian ministry presidency. The presidency on Sunday said the coordinating minister of the economy and the minister of finance, Mr. Investment Program, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, who spoke to newsmen, said the Edu-led committee was working while it remained mindful of the urgency of the need to resume the social investment programs which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu halted last Friday. What Edun is doing is not to probe the ministry. He is in developing financial guidelines for the ministry. He is not a probe. He is not a probe. His is not a probe. It's only the EFCC that is probing. Mr. Edun was given a timeline, but he knows those things are urgent until all the probes by the EFCC and the creation of financial guidelines are done. We cannot proceed, he stated. Still on the stories making rounds at political space this afternoon. Armed Forces Remembrance Day. P2B commends the military for courageous sacrifices. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, P2B, has commended the sacrifices being made by the military to secure Nigerian borders and provide internal security. Obi, in a statement on his official X page, urged the military personnel in the urged urged the military personnel in the country to remain resolute in their resolve to conquer insecurity. He also urged the leaders of the country to ensure that the welfare of the armed forces and their families are well taken care of. On this Armed Forces Remembrance Day, I've joined other Nigerians in appreciating our military men who, in order to ensure peace and security within our borders, are willing to pay unto the sacrifices. Today, we encourage them to remain resolute in their resolve to conquest the ugly monster of insecurity currently ravaging our dear nation. He stated. And the next story we have for you this afternoon on political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, is I will appreciate appointment from Tinubu, says PDP chieftain Biwala. The prominent member of the opposition party has expressed his willingness to accept an appointment from Tinubu should it be offered to him. He said he would accept an appointment if it contributed to the development of Tinubu's development agenda. The lawyer and politician who met with Tinubu at the presidential villa last week made this known on while speaking with newsmen on Sunday. If the president makes an offer of a position that I see that will contribute to the development of his agenda, because I say I will support this agenda, I will move than I will more than anything else appreciate it. But it is not the appointment that I'm looking for to support him. 8 years I supported Buhari. I was a public official. You have to separate between those who do not have value and are clinging and crying for an appointment and those who believe their value and what they would stated. Still on stories, heroes. The Senate President Godswill Akpabio and governors on Sunday celebrated fallen unity came at a great price, and the sustenance and defense of this unity rest on the shoulders of the men of the armed forces. He also said President Bola Tinubu-led government was focused on ensuring Nigerians remain an inseparable and indivisible entity. Akpabio spoke at an interdenominational service for the 2024 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration held at the National Christian Center, Abuja. The pain they feel, then we would truly understand the imperative of ensuring insecurity and violence in all its forms. Once again, let us salute the courage and appreciate the sacrifices of our men and women of armed forces. Let us stand in solidarity with the families of our fallen heroes of policies to address the challenges you face as a result of your loss. Similarly, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodu Oyebanji, enjoined the public to support the families of the Nigerian fallen heroes and the legacy of patriotism, love, and unity. And the next story we have for you this afternoon, Tinubu's trips got 3.4 billion naira in 6 months. Government spend. President Bola Tinubu has spent not less than 3.4 billion naira on local and foreign travel within 6 months of assuming office. The figures is 36% more than the 249 billion naira he marked for the president's travel expenditure in 2023 budget. Though Tinubu inherited the budget halfway, he spent more than what was apportioned for the whole year between June and December 2023. The president also approved the sum of 3 billion naira for the purchase of three bulletproof Mercedes-Benz Class 8 580 and the supply of other vehicles to the state house. Last year, Tinubu's government attracted public opinion for sponsoring at least 1,114 delegates to the United Nations Annual Climate Summit (COP28) to Durban, the United Arab Emirates. Although the presidency said it sponsored only 422 delegates, report says it spent 2.78 trillion naira on airfares and escorts. And the last story we have for you this afternoon, before you can call in and tell us what to think of all of this, is NMPCL to hand over Port Harcourt refinery to private operators. As the Port Harcourt oil refinery comes to life, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has concluded plans to hand over the government refinery to private operators. The NMPCL said it is seeking to engage reputable and credible operations and maintenance companies from the private operators. The NMPCL said it is seeking to engage reputable and credible operations and maintenance companies to operate and maintain the Port Harcourt Refining Company. This is said it said was that to ensure reliability and sustainability towards meeting the nation's fuel subsidy and energy security obligations. In a publication on its website on Monday, the NMPC said the contract scope shall cover refinery business processes like long-term and short-term production operations, planning, production and operations execution, monitoring, reporting, um, and the optimization of operations maintenance execution, health and safety, environmental management, minor projects, and others. NMPCL requested that interested companies must demonstrate a minimum average annual turnover of at least $2 billion US dollars for the financial year ending 2019, 2020, and 2021 and 2022. But there you have it. You know, a lot to talk about on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. A lot is going on in our political space right about now. Now, the peace accord in Rivers State looks as if it is threatened if you look at it properly, because right about now, Rivers Assembly is to rescreen and reconfirm 9 ex-commissioners. I think we are talking about the ones who resigned while the crisis was ongoing last year. What is your take on all that is going on in our political space? Remember that I told you that as we speak, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in Imo State for the inauguration of the second tenure of the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, and he also inaugurated, airport road that was named after him. What do you think of all of this? Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08096661035. You can as well join us on Facebook as we are live at Ebonade 103.5 FM. Drop your comment on the comment section of the live video. You can equally stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. Call us on 07034459334 or 07045592210 to become part of this conversation. Let's hear from you now. Hello. Oh, please call back. We need to have this conversation right about now. Hello.
Hello, Martin.
Yes, good evening, sir. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Chidi Chukuma is my name. I'm reaching you from
Please go on,
this
sir.
evening.
Go on, sir.
Yeah. Let me join Mr. Peoples in commending our military,
Yes.
our gallant military, for their sacrifice. I am particularly concerned about those that are in the right place, fighting the enemies of this nation. Most of them have paid a supreme price, and we must commend them. And I want to urge the federal government to make sure that they pay them the salary to the military, men and women, as when due. It's not only when somebody dies, then you do the kind of celebration or remembrance. And their life, let them receive some reward here. Anyone that performs excellently must be promoted. And their salaries too, their welfare must be upgraded. That is what we want the federal government to do. And on those that are pushing for the amendment of our electoral act, yes, that is the right thing to be done.
Okay.
After the last election, I thought that the opposition party will not agree to engage in any other election if that our electoral law is not amended. You see the problem, the commotions after that election, the court, and everything that happened. That is why I expected our opposition to cry out and push for this thing. You see, the people that are pushing for this are not even the opposition. I think the name you mentioned here, a group of senior advocates of Nigeria.
And coalition of united political parties as well. So politicians are also involved.
That you see, I'm with them.
Okay.
If I know where those political movements are, I supposed to be there too.
Okay.
Because for quite a long, I have been pushing, speaking on this issue, that since we have seen the weaknesses of our electoral law, we see the loopholes to there,
Okay.
and I expected the people to cry out
Mm.
for amendment because at the end of the voting, if we still use this electoral act, there will be another big problem.
Okay.
Everything will be under the decision
Okay.
or dictate of electoral empire.
Okay.
And the whole thing will be decided by the court again. If something is not done, since we have introduced technology
Mm.
and that, so we're supposed to make sure that those technology work.
Okay.
The voting and the uploading of it, let everything be done at the polling unit as the promise of. So remove all those lacunas there
Okay.
so that there will be no litigation at the end of the whole election.
Mm.
We have seen it was last week about eight states. That is the decision was done on the eight states
Okay.
that
Like from the
participated in
Supreme
the
Court.
election.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, by the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Mm.
Can we continue? The question is, can we continue like that?
Okay.
It is not good at all.
Okay.
And we
So
are looking for a point when after the election, everybody will take the result
mm.
as it is. When it is credible, that people will not push to go to court
that the
anymore.
Supreme Court will not have to do the job of INEC again at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
yes, that is what we are saying.
Okay.
Then finally, on the what is happening in Imo State,
Mm.
all I want to tell our the governor of Imo State is
Mm.
that Imo State is not for sale. You must know that the foundation laid by some of us,
Mm.
if they destroy it, maybe the history will judge them. Let me stop here.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us this evening. Huh? Thank you so much. 07034459334 or 07045592210. What is your take on all of this? Let's hear from you right about now. What do you have to say? Hello.
Hello, Martin.
Yes, good evening, my sister. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Good. Happy. We are now in a new week.
Yes, it is what it is. New week.
Ada from Among.
Okay, please go on.
Martin, what is the name of the airport? The name airport.
Not the airport, the road to the airport.
Yeah. What year was this before now?
Tinubu close. Okay, before now,
Yes.
before it's airport road now, but now it is called Tinubu close.
You know that Tinubu has performed spectacularly or compensated that his name has to be there.
And yeah, that's
Is it because he got 3 billion in 6 months? As you can tell us that those of them has to immortalize his name in that road. Now, our president Tinubu is enabled to witness the inauguration of second tenure of those of them.
mm.
But he never went to. He
You
never
have to
went
you have to
to.
put your radio off so that your voice will be clear. We hear you very well.
Okay,
Just
you're not hearing me
yes,
very
your
well.
voice is having issue because of you have
Oh,
your
let me
radio
let
on.
me put it. Let me put it.
Okay,
Let me
please.
put it.
Mm. Then while you are at it, I want you to remember that a particular governor in that state also honored people by building sculptures for all of them, each and every one of them, and most of these people are not even Nigerians. You remember that?
Are you talking about Okorocha?
Yes, now, but you remember when he honored so many people with sculptures at the
That
end of
you
the
are
day.
remembering that madness.
Okay.
You want me to take that? That madness he did. Where is he today? Was he not the one that was praying and declaring there are someone under my roof? Was he not Okorocha?
Yes.
It's because he did well now. Because what he did there was okay. Please let me say what I want to say.
Okay. Please go on. Hello. Okay, it's like we lost you. Please call back 34 or 07045592210. Let's hear from you now. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. Yes. Put off your radio set, please.
No.
Okay, and then add a little bit of volume on your voice, and then we'll continue, my brother.
Okay, I'm going to call in from Oka.
Please go on, sir.
You could come to by the way from CUPC.
CUPP, Coalition of United Political Parties. Now.
Okay.
Mm.
I have a problem with that. If I remember it, CUPP for COP. I was additional. I'm from somebody now critical to what name that is being given to you. And I like to interrogate the power accept everything.
Okay.
What is the meaning of COP? If you remove that P in Igbo, what is it COP? Then in Bible, what is the meaning of eco? That is the Bible word. It's the existence of that group. I cannot understand their modus operandi. They are talking about amendment of
electoral amendment.
Electoral law. Meanwhile, majority of them that I see in that group, we are the same people that oppose the use of a card reader during 2015 election.
So who now are you talking about? Are you talking about Dino Melayo or are you talking about Ugochi Nyere? Who are you talking about? Who opposed?
Ugochi Nyere, the leaders, mainly the leaders of that group, they oppose the use of card reader, ordinary card reader. We are not talking about the other one, this last one that was introduced, ordinary card reader. They said that they don't need it, that Nigeria is not yet matured for ordinary card reader. Understand? Which means, what it means is that you can manually vote, you can even bring a cow and a cow will vote. That is what, because they want to read. That's why in Bielsa, that card reader was not used. On that same very day, they said that Jonathan Finger cannot be captured. And they allowed everybody, both the dead and everybody, they voted. Even the children, they voted. The same group of people that doesn't want transparent election, free and fair election, today they are calling for another amendment in our law. And the truth of the matter is that they can deceive some gullible Nigerians, not everybody that they can deceive. Funny sometimes they are not they are already the book. For me, they are point of confuse people, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
I'm not talking about what Super Galadima says. Mbulu, leader of the state, more president. That type of statement, anybody under my regime will go in for it. You cannot incite or threaten as a citizen and or you are not in government even. Unknown person, non-state actor, and you are telling me that they had eaten that this thing went this way. We are talking about the law court. If law court gives judgment that is not supposed to. Hello?
Continue, please. We can hear you. Continue.
If law court gives order that is not supposed to, you are saying that you would have maybe set the state on fire. I will lock up that an individual. Because this is the people, because they are not cultured. They are barbaric in nature. They are not cultured. How can you tell me that if any judgment that is not upon you, you will destroy, you will kill people? This is what he's trying to tell people. You will kill because it is not upon you.
So you are talking about Kano State now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that you remember that he was dismissed from his position because of that. You remember that, right?
No.
Not Galadima, the
Well,
person who made this statement that there will be, blood and all of that. He was dismissed as a commissioner in Kano State as at the time. I will get hold
no,
of
I
his name
think
as well.
no, it's not the person that you read is a statement.
Okay.
I
Now,
think it's the Buba Galadima.
okay. So let's wrap it up
Or
here
he
so
was,
that we allow others to come in as well.
yeah,
Eh? Hmm.
yeah. Okay, let me call.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, remember that you can become part of the conversation by calling 07034 or 07045592210. Let's hear from you right about now. Hello.
Hello, Nacha, call back.
Okay,
I'm
welcome back, my
okay
sister.
now.
Very fine.
I'm okay now.
Yes, it's good.
I
Continue.
know.
I,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Martin, we have a president that once said that their
Hello.
blood, the blood of the baboons and monkeys' blood will be stopped by that. The president addressed Nigerians like this. You remember?
He also denied that allegation at the time. He said that nothing like that.
How can we deny it?
He also
But
denied it
he
one
said
time.
it. He even say more than that. So if you are the president and you create room for incitement, you incited, and you even told Jonathan that you made governors from Jared. Did he deny that?
All of those things, he denied it at the time, saying
Martin
that
did
he was
not
not.
deny. Martin. I just want to tell us that Miri is anything Miri about. So whoever wants to do anything he wants to do, cut it from top. Let me
Okay.
continue with where I stop.
Mm.
The Mr. President that whose name was engraved in a road that leads to Samunda State in a Imo State.
Mm.
I am saying that he is today in Imo State for inauguration of the group of them. Even
Yes, it is.
he never went to Plateau, Benue, or Katsina. Martin, there is a breaking news about 6 hours now that military base in Katsina was under attack. Maybe by tomorrow we get the clearer picture.
Mm.
Yes. So he will be there. But you never go to where the masses are killed in their numbers. Those who claim that they voted.
But you remember that this issue of killings and insecurity is all over the country, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, it is doing something that needs agent attention.
Okay.
Rather than going from where to. But the Bible says the Reverend is rather than the Sana, other than them. Why is Nigeria different? Buying all these things, and you want Nigeria to be okay.
Mm.
Our president spent 3 billion in 6 months. In 6 months on travel alone, I need to hear for what now? For what?
Okay. Thank you so much. Don't worry. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll continue talking about these things, to reshape our polity the way it has to go. Now, so what's your take on this? 07034459334 or 07045592210. Let's hear from you right about now. What do you have to say about all of this? Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, welcome, my brother. Keke man.
No, good evening.
No, evening.
No, I'm on the
Gabaniru ma wee tekwu onu nwa obele o ka na anu na-ekwu.
Yeah. Achọrọ m ikwu maka Tinubu
Okay.
jere n'Imo steeti na ofu ụzọ dị mma tata ọ bịara ọta ka o jere n'anya.
All tata because now all observe say what is it called? All observe say the issue of fallen heroes or honor safer, before he's now jetted out to Imo State or to the government Imo State.
Okay. Ihe m na-ekwu okwu gbasara ya ọnwakwa n'ihe a na-akpọ anya ka ofu ụzọ dị mma na awaghị ya ọ mekwa na ọsị na ọ na-azịwa n'ebe ọkọlọcha zere mgbe nke ya because since o ji eche ọchị na president ya anụbeghị steeti ma onye Igbo anyị o mere abịa dọ ọkpụtọrọkpụ n'Imo steeti ama m ka ọnwa ịlụtara m
na since o ji chiba ọchịchị anyị need to pay closer attention ka e wee lute enwere ike enwelele somewhere around nsogbu arụ
mana ọ bụrụ onye nke Tinubu nke jiri ọba n'ọchịchị o were nnukwu ụzọ dị etu ọnwa nweta anya asị ya maka ihe nlute nke ọ lụtegara n'aka ya ihe nlute ya nwazitegara n'aka ka o ji owere ọ na-anọtaga na omume o mere na-awụ ọgọnụtụ omume o mere mgbe a na-ekwu etiri echichi ndị eze ọdịnala na-eme because ya nwere onwe ji ejitegi ya ebe anwa otu ojotegi ya n'aka nke zafi anwa
n'aka Tinubu
o jotegi ya n'aka ya ya bụ o ji owere nnukwute ụzọ dị etu ọnwa pụtara ife na steeti kapịtal raba anya asị ya
mana ịma na otu isukwu about echichi ndị igwe and all of that ilotekwa na some of them na na-adị ekwu na ha na-adị echie in order to attract the person ka o mebezi ihe ọ kwesịrị ime.
Okay, kìí ṣe àfihàn náà àbàrà ụzọ ahụ afọ ya na alụwọzi ọrụ n'Imo steeti ma ọlụwọrụ na South East anyị.
Just ka itikwa anya that side.
Ebe na ntepụ na Plateau steeti n'oge December time. Ụdị ihe ahụ kwụsịrị ụdị ihe mee ọgbọnkere ebe ahụ ọdị ebe ahụ ọgbọkọ otu ebe Plateau steeti.
anyị nwetabe reports na BBC
n'ọdụ ha mma okwu ya ihe ya nna okwu na-agba maka akọta gị bege n'ọgwụ na ọ bụ onye kpọrọ ndụ mmadụ ndị ọ na-akpọ ife ụdị ihe oche n'Imo steeti ọma ndị ya akpọghị esi ụdị ihe oche n'Imo steeti bụ ọga ọ na Plateau steeti ebe nke ya anya mmiri ihe mwute ihe ụfụ ihe apị ya na nwere ike ịpụ n'ahụ ndị mmadụ mana ọ kwanze n'Imo steeti awọdụ anya nye awọdụ ozugbo ọnwekwana anyị nọ na-enenefa anyị nọ na-ene ha ihe ọrụ ihe a ha na-eme n'Imo steeti ka ha na-apịghakwa na ka abata Anambra steeti abịa mebi ya abata Anambra steeti abịa mebe mana otu nsi atụ nke ahụ amarịchukwu ka anyị na-aga na Anambra steeti mana ọkwa mgbe ihe seman na-eme n'Imo steeti kịta ọwa ọkụcha ha ọzọ nwere ihe ndị ihe kwesịrị ime na ọ na-eme ha ọ na-achụ ụzọ ebe ụzọ na-adịghị.
Mandalo, my brother, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Dalo, yes, we need to hear from you. What is your take on all of this? As we talk about them, we propose solutions to what is our challenge today. Let's hear from you. What is your take? Hello.
Hello,
Yoma, my sister, welcome back. Because Gabaniru, my sister.
Ka m kwuo okwu gbasara okwu ụzọ dị mma na mgbamgbọ ọ na-akpa n'Imo steeti were ndị ụzọ airport wee baa afa Tinubu ozugbo ịma na ọrụ ọ na-arụ n'obodo a mee nkarị ọnya ka ndị so na ọ na-eme mgbamgbanye a dịka na ọ na-arụfere ha ọrụ oke ndị ọ na-agbatasị arụkwa ọrụ ka nya ọbụ maka na ọ dị ka ọ dị gbọba ọ dị ka ọ dị egolu ya bụ na ebe otu wee gbaa fastriti international airport dị na be anyị wee baa Tinubu batara ya ọ dị mma ha ji si ike na-eme ka ndị ekwu ihe ọ na-eme dị n'ọda maka na ọ na ọ dịghị n'ọda ndị APC pụta tata ọkwa pati kịta bụrụkwa gbogbozizi were anyị zapụtakwa.
Hello Omukego, please call back na network ewepụgoge. We need to hear from you. 07034459334 or 07045592210. What is your take on all of this? Hello. Okay, please call back 07034459334 or 07045592210. Yes, remember that we are also looking into the fact that Rivers Assembly to reconfirm 9 ex-commissioners. Let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Oh, please call back. Let's hear from you now. Hello. Oh, it is something else right now. But keep the calls coming. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello, better.
Yes, good evening, my brother. Welcome back.
I don't know what I think. Ndị asọpụta ya nya afọ kọmishọna na Rivers Steeti.
Yes.
Ihe bụkwara nwata ọdụbara kwesịrị imesi onye o kwesịrị ime na akwado m ya.
Okay.
Ọ mara ndị nke anwanye onye nke Naijiria lụọ ọrụ ya na ya ndị were akwụ ya mgba ya na gị na ya kesịsị ha onwe ndị ọzọ kpọọ na onwe ndị ọzọ kpọọ nsef ndị ahụ na mantra ọzọ na ụta ha nwere ike ọnya ha na-aba na-akụ ọka njekwa abanye ejekwa ejekwa osisi ọka ahụ akụ so akpụrụsiri ike na ụdị oche ekechita ya ọma ndị na-agba ya yere mbọ ndị kọmishọna ya na gị na ejiri aka echere ha osisi ndị ahụ nwụsị ji lụọ ọrụ o ji were ekwu ọhụụ na agụgọlọtmet bikọs na Naijiria na iwu ejighị iwu alụ ọrụ ọ na Naijiria ezi iwu na-achị banya na nwike na onwe ekwesịrị nọ na ekwesịrị ha aka ji ya mana Naijiria wekwara emechaa mpụ na arụrụ mana baa na gọọmenti ya enye gị awọdụ so anaghị m akpụrụ ji gọvanọ na-akpụrụsi ike na atụmatụ oji n'aka ya were gawa.
Okay. Wandalo, my brother, thank you so much for joining us again. What is your take on all of this? You'll remember that, Anambra APC is also saying that they are not going to just handpick, a particular governorship candidate to come when the election comes at the end of the day. In as much as some people are looking at maybe some of the things that went down between the Igwe that was suspended and, Senator Ifeanyi. Oh, but let's hear from you right about now. What do you have to say about all of this? Hello. Oh, okay. Please keep these calls coming. Let's talk about this evening. Yes, let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Yes, good evening. Welcome back, sir. Okay. Please go on, sir.
Approving for interest spending my fishing money to go 3.4 billion. And carry our gross domestic system. I mean the revenue for the year.
That like the GDP and all of that.
Yes, our GDP.
Okay.
I got that this thing. So reflect the current economic reality in our country.
Okay.
And where are we going? About that's one day go to Nigeria. And if I'm having surprise, ndị a na-enyefe ego nyefe ego bachọkwụ progress Nigeria ka ndị Nigeria bụrụ a problem to the world because ọ bụrụ na ime na this country adịghị mma bụ obibi ife ọ pụtara bụ na everybody ga na-achọ way out of this environment and that is why ilu n'ebe a na-achọ visa ọ bụ sọ Nigeria ka ị ga-agụ egwu o nwere countries dị n'Africa before you move outside the environment, what they see, or do mmadụ na-abụ na ịtọ na-aga for one reason, ọ bụrụ for economic migration. Na ifeba ga na-aga bụ aịda na onwe ndị chọrọ ije gụọ akwụkwọ na-ekikakwa na kọntrị ebe. Kedu ụdị ego a na-eri ife ka m na-ekwu? Ewee spend ya ụdị ego a wuti. Ya nwanne m mebere ebe wee ruoru ebe. Bifo ọ na ọwọ ihe ego ole ka ọ ga-eru. Let's say that na oyikwu ya ọzọ anyị na-enweta 7 billion ka ofu onye irilu na just 3 ọgbọkwọ salary ọ bụrụ ife ndị ọzọ na-eme na only on 3.
Maybe on anya from the perspective of maybe some of the things that got attracted by those travel gas omegas. Even as we talk now, the vice president jet go out too. So it could be that some of them, no. Okay.
the most practical way of attracting the investor.
Okay.
What is going to attract? Country of one and attract the whole investor by themselves.
Okay.
All what they can realize in that country.
Okay.
Now we power, now we security in the country. Their currency, may we say, at this level, their economy at this level. Oga one or level and my budget in order to make the way security now. And we get one number of investors or attract by going on endless streets those are things. In short, to this nation, Kweseka, I cheer to the ranting. Get discuss what's on issue.
Okay.
Ndị a na-abanye ọchịchị ka ama ndị qualify na ndị na-qualify.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us again this evening, sir. Yes, we are talking about it, and behind it, a couple of issues in our political space. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say about all of this right about now? Hello. 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 Okay, please go back. Let's hear from you now. What do you have to say about all of this? Hello. Welcome back, my sister Gabani.
So dịka okwu ụzọ dị mmasị na-eme ana m ejezi fara mbaka ntị okwu n'okwu maka na ọ sị n'ụzọ onye ọkụkụ ka achọghị onye aka spazi onye ọkụkụ 3 bilion na 4 bilion a na-agba afa bụ obere ego ka ọ wụ na ihe onye ọkụkụ na-akụ ọsọ iji metara bụ ka a na-akụ ihe niile a mana onwere ihe ome ana m eje mbaka ntị ka ọ bụ egbu ọnụ maka na Peter Obi anọkago n'ụsọ dịka ha si wee chọọ ya ya bụ na ihe nna
Hello. Network. I'm back again. Okay, thank you so much. All the network be too poor now about today, but thank you so much for joining us. Still. Yes, it is said that President Bola, the figures is 36% for the president's travel expenditure in 2023 budget. Though Tinubu inherited the budget halfway, he spent more than what was apportioned for the whole year between June and 2023 budget. Between June and December 2023. Let's hear from you. Yes, let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Yes, good evening. Okay, Gabaniru. This is my brother. Okay. Okay. Dalo, thank you, my brother. Dalo, yes. We are talking about it, political space. Yes, you will remember that we told you that Deputy Speaker plans a 6-month strategy with a focus on the use of non-kinetics means to address the security challenges in the Southeast zone. What is your take on all of this? Let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Okay, welcome back, my sister Gabaniru.
The
Okay.
same person ichiri ode ejiji ma ha bụ onye bụ na 36 steeti anyị nwere na ịkpọrọ sekuriti gị mete ga iji kpọrọ ụmụ gị gbawa ọsọ ịnọdụ na ana ka ha seki ọwazie ụlọ orugo agụ aka n'aka onye ọbụla wepụtara ntị ya hapụ anyị ka anyị ji ọtụtụ na anyị maka o butere kịta ọtọ ọnụ anyị ndị anyị dị n'ọkọkọ ọwụ na agụ aka anyị wụ ode ejiji ma agụ aka niile ndị isi mmadụ esisi tupu ya onye ọzọ ode ejiji maka gịnịzi ọ na-agbagha esi ogologo ka ị nụrụ iyi na ihe akpọbata ndị APC na Anambra steeti ndị na-ana TV na kwana na-ana moto ha na-akọrọwa mgbe unu mechara ọ ya adị unu ka ọ dị Anambra ọ dị n'Imo steeti anyị anụta ụda ya onye ọbụla tozi akịrị ogologo na-anakọrọ eri unu richa ụlọ akwụ ụgwọ ihe unu riri daalụkwa.
Dalo, one. Thank you so much for joining us this. Yes, welcome back, my sister.
Ọ ka ọkwa ada na-akọ
Okay. Gabaniru.
the deputy speaker and the 6-month peace negotiations. How do you intend to do that?
Okay.
Abroad just if Thailand so and this deputy speaker, yeah, I'm not I don't know. After the things you enumerated here, Matthew, and I didn't hear opening of what do you call it? This people.
Okay.
I didn't hear
He talked about commerce industry, so you might fall into all of that now when it comes to commerce and industry.
I know some companies you want to check all these things, but the railway that was in the southeast, the ions or whatever, the rail that was here, he was there when we were removing all of it. We're going to replace them.
Yeah, like that of Aba and that of Enugu State at a time.
You know what I'm saying.
That's why he also was part of the proposal. He also proposed a situation whereby they will have Southeast commission, just the way you have Niger Delta commission. So in this manner, when there is something like this,
non-kinetic. You call it non-kinetic.
Now this one is his own pet project. This one is his own project where he wants to also use some things to unify the Southeast.
Martin, we are not always comfortable with the people representing Southeast.
Okay. This evening, but I think he means well if you look at it properly. Some of the actions he is taking, it shows that he means well for the Southeasterners. But what is your take on this? 07034459334 or 07045592210. Hello. Wow, okay, we lost that. A lot is going on. You'll remember that today is Armed Forces Day. A lot of people joining the military to celebrate as well. Yes, on this edition of Political Views, we are also looking into the fact that a PDP chieftain, as a matter of fact, somebody who is a spokesperson to the Atiku Abubakar's campaign in PDP, said that he will appreciate appointing who knows about his relationship with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is your take on all of this? 07034 459334 or 07045592210. Yes, let's hear from you right about now. Hello. Oh, okay, please, call back. Keep the calls coming. Yes. Yes, Peter Obi kwukwara okwu na nke a na support the military. Okay. Like even mana police enwegasị bụ na sometimes ị na-afụkwa ka police na-enyekwa and the ndị amị na-emekwa at a time but ịmago ka some things si adị mana ọ ekwubekwa wee dozibe at the end of the day. Like ego no go so far. Like Tinubu's trip got 3.4 billion naira in 6 months. So now about the thing. Okay, I thought maybe not just about it. Yeah. Anyway, I've been get grants we can follow into ihe gbasara humanitarian ministry and ihe niile na dey like the reforms I got under that ministry. I never those. My brother. Thank you. Yes. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say about all of this? Hello.
Hello, Nata.
Yes, my brother. Welcome back. Oh.
I'm just me, my boy.
Because I can hear you.
Actually, trying to go to our president. I go to where
ego ji weje obodo Igbo na ọ bụrụ just n'ala ya because na all official duties.
Okay,
investment on Batago Nigeria. Okay, so here I pick up off my weather because ihe dị na ya bụ na eji pick off my na enwe ike ịnekwu ya anyị fụ na sofa na enwego nke bịanụ nke omego sofa. Okay, I pick off my weather banka.
I think we're there for one rubber. Because that's what I'm going to Nigeria. Security as well. I never go mad. I think that investment, as nobody, I have more. As I go now, secure. You can say bad or secure. But to force, how they get all to 2 hours. You take what in Nigeria. Oh, how was it? Why I go out to Sahabi there? They're one of my son.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us again this evening, my brother. You know, a kind of court what you go now the expenditures when it comes to ministers. But let's hear from you right about now. What do you have to say about all of this? Hello. Hello. My brother. After the maybe sat by Gabanidu. Chuku Meza. Gabanidu.
Our president
onye jelo business trip na-eme expect na business trip ya ga-ewetakwa some other yota go ga-eweta ife mana at first ọ ya ejebido na eje wee malụzie so no ya bụ ihe iPhone na the entire thing enwego individuals are convinced about investment in Nigeria so far, don't you think so? Yeah. Okay. Okay, exactly like ihe a na-emegasị kịta ị na-enejela anya. Okay. Ngandalo, thank you so much for joining us, my brother. Dalo. Yes, Dalo. Let's hear from you. What do you have to say? Good evening, my brother. Welcome. Gabaniru, my brother. Okay.
President over almost 4 billion naira after the only travel the local and the international. But 55% is going to get also for this soon. I think I'm going to get from Tani Bulari. No, from this soon. You want to go now 55%.
Okay.
Well, thank God now, social media million got three. So the DC just get Nigeria so upside down. But I didn't tell Anambra State that in 2025 because I'm not that. But I want to warn people the Anambra State to be very careful.
Don't be warning people about political matters. You just maintain yours and don't tell anybody how to support a political party.
Yes, if you look at Anambra State, they got Anambra Maka. Now, 2025, I had a total of Africa. If they are making the team with the first person, you cannot work in Anambra.
Okay. And thank you so much for joining us again this evening. Let's see if the next person will manage a minute before we begin to call it a day. Hello. Okay, we lost that. 07034459334 or 07045592210 as we are getting to the spot where we'll call it a day. Hello. Good evening, my brother. Okay. Biko Gabanido, just a minute, can was you? Oh?
Okay.
Okay.
Onye ụlọ ya na-agwọ ogodiri na-achụ oche ege a na-spend adị ọnụ ogodiri ọnụ o nwere ibe ka mkpa ụmụ refineries there ndị mmadụ na-complain people are dying so don't want grief ma ije na-eme ije nwoke na a na-eme si na-egwere anya n'ụlọ anya na charity begins at home.
Vandalo Jomoko, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And this is the spot where we'll begin to call it today on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebonade 103.5 FM. Yes, we are looking into, a lot of things when it comes to, all that is happening in our political space. We've done that, and paying attention to all of this as we talk about it, we shape our polity the way it has to be. But remember that Political Views comes your way Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. and Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m. So keep it date and don't touch the dial of Ebon at the 103.5 FM. Once is 6 o'clock this evening, immediately after Angelus, there will be news. So stick with us and don't touch the dial. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a wonderful evening.
Dr. Sarah Bob Manuel Udoku, Dana Baklindo Gidi. Join Martins on Political Views on Mondays, 3 p.m., Saturdays, 10 a.m. on Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Ogidi.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Thank you. Remember.